Julian's way here, guys, and today I want to talk about Big Ramy and Phil. Alright, we all know what Big Ramy did the past weekend and what he did, the whole wind and storm thing. So yeah, but we know he dominated and everything, and we didn't see the best of Phil Heath. That went down. I'm not gonna get into the other guys. I'm strictly talking about Big Ramy versus Phil, and we all know, if you can remember, if you've been following bodybuilding, you're a bodybuilding fan. In 2017, Phil dominated, and it was just Big Ramy and Phil there standing next to each other. Now, that wasn't the case this year, it was Brandon, but what I'm talking about and what I'm getting at is the fact that the tables have turned and it wasn't even Phil standing next to Big Ramy this time, you know. So Big Ramy did came close to Phil in 2017, and I think that's one of the best mass versions of Phil. Not the best and the most aesthetic, which I do not think Phil Heath has that real aesthetic kind of 90s look like Sean or Brandon. You know, he has that more, that muscle belly, that wrong kind of look, you know, that whole 3D look. And I think that's when he brought the back. Yeah, that is when he brought that 3D back, and that went viral. It was all about his back. The year before, I think, when it was him and Dennis, that was all about the 3D shoulders, and then they decided to bring a 3D back in, and that's the year when Phil really brought it. So what I want to do is compare that version that beat Big Ramy versus this version of Big Ramy that beat Phil. Not by one placing, but by two placings. So Big Ramy definitely destroyed Phil this year here by a bigger margin than Phil did in 2017. So I'm gonna put together some picks and do some comparison pose for pose and see what's up, and you guys can leave your comments. You know, this is not a favoritism thing. I like both of these guys. I was a Phil Heath fan. Phil Heath is still a champion. He's down in the records, but Big Ramy is the new age in the new era, and that's just how it is, you know. Back to more like a kind of a Ronnie Coleman thing. Not saying Big Ramy is up to Ronnie Coleman's level. No, I do not think so. But yeah, so let me do that comparison and see what we can make of it. Alright, starting off with front double biceps. Now, not the cleanest quality here and the best quality of Ramy here pick, but let's just look at the bellies in that case. Well, here we go. What can I say here? This here, I would say, in terms of aesthetics, definitely I would say Ramy. But in terms of like muscle bellies and density, I would say Phil Heath. So I would give that to Phil. Front lat spread, I would give this to Big Ramy, because I mean Phil does have a decent lat spread. He does have wide lats even back then, but I just say Big Ramy has a better flare and a more tapered waist. Definitely the leg sweep coming out there, he just looks more aesthetic. That's in my book, but his chest doesn't look that good, but it's a front lat spread. Side chest, I would give this to this is a tough one, because in terms of the chest and so on, I give this to Phil. But definitely look at the quad sweep and the glute hamstrings tie in. Now, this is a side chest shot, alright? I guess this can go either ways, you know. I'm not a judge, but just saying. I mean, Phil abs does look better here. His gut is well controlled, so I'd give this to Phil. Side triceps, I definitely give this to Phil. But yet again, Big Ramy's legs, yo, this year, his legs, his glute hamstrings tie in. I guess that caught a lot of people, you know. I had people that do not follow bodybuilding asking me if that was a real man, you know, if Big Ramy was actually a human being. So that tie-in quad sweep there, it just looks like a carved wood or something, you know, like. But Phil definitely has a great triceps. We know his arm development. And next to Rolly, he has the best triceps, I would say. Alright, this here, I would say, I would give this to I would give this to Big Ramy, alright. Phil just has a little bit of awkward look and not the best of abs, so I would give this to Big Ramy. There's a little bit more lat flare there even on Big Ramy. But you know, I think legs, Phil's legs, his flare, his density there just looks better than Big Ramy. But like I said, it's not the best pick of Big Ramy. and the cleanest, but let us see the back double biceps. I would give this one to Phil only because it's like Phil was dominant back then at that time. All right, this is not the recent Phil, and the Phil glutes were definitely deeply separated here. His hamstrings, everything just looks good. His waist was more tapered. I give this to Phil. Phil, I think, had a better back then, but Big Ramy back has improved. There's more density if you compare to his past years. Big Ramy back wasn't that dense. So next pose, most muscular, I would give this to Phil, because Phil, those muscle bearers, those shoulders pop in, tie in with the chest. When it comes to most muscular, there are a few guys that I think that would take on Phil. I'm not talking only about the size. Like, let us say we put Rolly there. Rolly would overpower him, but with the density and maturity, I think that's where Phil hits a lot of guys. Alright, I did forget a pose, and it's the back lat spread. Silly of me, guys. So yeah, here I would give this here to Phil. Alright, like I said, it's the 2018 version of Phil. Definitely that's when he bring out that 3D back, and that was viral and was considered the best back to that time. In that time, I would give it to Phil. So we have about 3 for Big Ramy and a little bit more for Phil. So the front double biceps, the front lat spread, abs and thighs, I give that to Big Ramy. Phil, back double biceps, back lat spread, side triceps. So that's Phil. Alright, the side chest, I said this could have gone either ways because Phil abs does look better there. The most muscular from the front, this one here, I would give this one here to Phil. He just looks more round and bubbly in this one, not taking away anything from Ramy, because Ramy does look full with his thighs and his shoulders pop in. I know some people might say differently, but I would give this one here to Phil. And this other most muscular here, I think Big Ramy, for some reason or the other, looks better than Phil here. He looks a little bit more big, rounded. The biceps are popping. His legs just looks really defined. His abs, I would give this one to Big Ramy. So it's almost like a tie in a sense. I mean, Phil does look better in one most muscular versus the other one, and Big Ramy looks better in the other one. The side chest could have gone either way. So guys, it's more of a tie. Like 3 poses went back onto Big Ramy, 3 to Phil, and the side chest could have gone either ways, like I said. And the most muscular, some Phil looks better, Big Ramy looks better, and that's about it, guys. I know a lot of people might not agree with this, but that's just my point of view, and that's how I see it. Alright, if you made it this far and you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. Also remember to please like, share, and subscribe if you haven't, and hit the bell button for notifications. Until my next video, guys, peace and take care. Stay safe.